Welcome back to Hudson Valley Hustle. On this episode, I've got Diego Martin from Hudson Valley Tattoo in Wappingers. Diego left his full-time tattoo gig 12 years ago to start his own shop, and it's been a success ever since. This is a great episode if you're looking to start your own thing. Enjoy. How long have you been in the area
in
doing
Hudson
tattoos?
Valley?
Yeah, in the Hudson Valley.
I moved to the Hudson Valley back in 2001.
Okay.
Actually, yeah.
From where originally?
Well, I'm originally from Uruguay, South America.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And I came into the States. I went to New Rochelle. I had some family there, and then I moved up here.
Nice. Soccer
to
fan?
Kingston. Yeah, I mean, I played rugby all my life, so I'm more of a rugby player.
Is rugby big down there? Is it? Or is that?
Yeah, it's still an amateur sport.
Okay.
But yeah,
It's intense, man. I've seen that's that's hardcore.
Yeah,
I'm a big soccer fan, so that's why I figured. I asked
No,
you
I mean, I like
what it
soccer.
was.
I watched the the national team when it play. We went to me and my friends went to Kansas City for the U.S. and Uruguay Copa America match. That was cool.
Nice. That's
Cool
cool.
because we won, but
It's not hard against the U.S. But yeah, that's cool. So awesome. So 2001, you came to
New Rochelle,
and then
2000 moved to New Rochelle,
Yep.
and then 2001 to late 2001, and moved up to Kingston.
So how long have you been a tattoo artist?
Started tattooing in 98.
Okay.
98, 99. I'm not 100% sure of the dates yet.
Yeah, that's fine. What's the origin story there? How did you get into that?
Well, back home there is not a big tattoo culture per se. But one of my friends kind of befriend some kind of bohemian tattooers, and he started kind of like helping them out with like drawings and stuff like that. They taught him how to tattoo, and then asked me if I wanted to try it, and he's just like kind of picked up this hobby that turned into what it is now at a 27-year career. So
Yeah, that's wild, man. So like, I feel like over that long of a period of time, I'm not a tattoo person, just being honest,
okay.
but I know I understand like it's a huge community, right? And I feel like, is it true that when somebody has an artist that they like that's their guy or their girls? How that works?
Usually people tend to stick with one artist. Us tattooers, because we live and bleed this kind of business, right? So we like to get tattooed by friends and other people and other artists that we look up to, which I think most people should do.
Sure.
Like get tattooed by different people. Everybody has a different approach. Everybody has different styles and techniques. And I think that's it's always good to try different things. So.
How do you handle the competition in the tattoo world now? Because I feel like in the last, I don't know how many years, it's exploded.
Yeah, after COVID or during COVID, it exploded. I think mainly exploded because how easy it is to acquire, equipment, supplies. You have, machines that are being replicated by, China, whatever. Usually machines were always being built by tattooers, and now those machines are getting basically replicated by these big factories and put on, whether it's Amazon or Walmart.com, and
You could just buy tattoo
for
equipment.
$20. Yeah, like extremely cheap.
So the barrier to entry for becoming a tattoo artist is pretty low.
Right.
Well, that's like kind of scary in a way, isn't it? So
yeah. Nowadays, I believe the market is oversaturated with tattooers. Some are great, of course, and some are not.
How do you differentiate yourself from that then in such a crowded space?
That is the difficult part, right? I think every shop nowadays, every artist dealing with that. How do you compete with people doing things at their house or with a small overhead? It's just a matter of just like just do your thing, do good for your clients, treat your clients well, and that will put you aside from the rest.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I also feel like too, tattoos are one of those things where your advertising is literally walking around on the street
Right.
every day, right? So
yeah, for sure.
pretty much everybody you've ever worked on is a walking billboard for you at this point, right?
Yeah. And that's obviously helpful, right? The word of mouth is very helpful,
right?
For sure.
It's a very powerful thing, but like it's one of those things where somebody can look at that and be like, "Where did you get that?" who
it
did
happens a
that
lot.
for you.
It happens a lot.
So that's great. I mean, it's got to be a great business card for you, I would assume, right?
Yeah. I would say that is obviously great for us. It's like something that you don't have to actually pay for the advertisement.
Yeah.
The advertisement just walks around.
But how do you? So like, let's say if somebody's just getting their first tattoo, right? How do they know who is somebody that's reputable, somebody like you that's been in it for almost 30 years, and the guy that just bought the machine off Amazon that just got a license or whatever it is? How does somebody who doesn't know what they're looking for figure that out?
I think it's just like everything, right? Whether you're gonna purchase a car or a house, you're gonna do your research, right? Like you're gonna go and read reviews, Google reviews, or any kind of other reviews out there, and also look at like what are you looking to get. Right, whether it's a style, whether it's color, black and gray. The technical part is really difficult for regular clients, right? But just look at what they do. Get other people that might have gotten tattooed by that person, what their experience was. Is the place clean? Is it like they have good sterilization standards and all that kind of stuff. That's I guess the main thing.
Yeah, it's just interesting. It's got to be difficult when there's just so many out there now, right?
Oh, yeah.
But again, you're doing something right. You're in it for a while, right? So, so let's talk a little bit about how you got into the business of doing it on your own. So take me back, like beginning of your career to now. How did you get to where you're at?
Yeah. So when I moved up to Kingston. I worked in a place in New Paltz for a few years. That closed down. Then a couple of friends, we opened a store in Highland. That lasted for a few days, and then I went to work on another place in
Few days? Did you say a few days?
I'm sorry, a few years.
I was like, whoa, okay. I was like, okay.
And
just making sure.
I went to work for a place in Wappingers for about 7 years.
Okay.
I was there, I believe, way too long. I was ready to leave, soon after I started there. It just happened that I stay as long as I could. Mm-hmm. I guess, I got to a point that I was like, I just needed to make a change, more of a personal change than actually a business-related change. And I was contemplating moving out of the area, maybe moving to Florida. I thought about going to Hawaii.
Nice, okay.
Yeah. And then I decided to stay because the more I traveled, the more I really like where I lived, right? Like the Hudson Valley has everything. Like you don't really need to go anywhere else, And in 2013, I decided to, start looking for a place. I quit the job that I had and started looking for a place, and within like 3-4 months I opened up Hudson Valley Tattoo.
That's awesome. In that transition period though, so it was a couple of months before you found the spot, were you still were you working out of the house? Like how were you taking care of things while you were in the transition?
I was taking care of my clients in a little house that I have, a little studio I have in my house.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you said you were at the other place for 7 years, which you said was too long. Yeah. What was something that made you want to leave working for somebody else and go and do your thing? I know you said it wasn't necessarily business, it was more personal, but what was it that pushed you to go do your own thing?
I think it's just kind of like I was stuck and not growing as an artist. I just didn't have the support that I needed to grow as an artist. I was literally like just pretty much doing everything to walk it through the door because I was capable of. And like when you ask somebody for help, like you don't expect a pat in the back and saying that like, oh, your drawing is great. Like, no, I know that something is wrong. Mm-hmm. I just need to know what it is. I can't see it. Mm-hmm. And that's what one of the things that I was like, I need to like be in a different environment, basically.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. So were you, when you made the jump from working for somebody to doing your own thing, were you married, single? What was your situation like there?
At that time I was married. And then a year later I got divorced.
Okay.
I remarried now.
Okay.
my ex-wife and my current wife, they're not involved in the business whatsoever.
Okay.
Like they don't care about tattoos. None of them had tattoos.
Okay.
And it's just basically me. So.
Gotcha. So now do you have anybody working for you or is it just you?
Yeah. So we are about 9 artists now. At one point we're like 16, but now we're 9.
Wow.
So yeah, there's a lot of guys, different styles, great people to work with.
Right. So when you first started your own thing, was it only you? Were you kind of doing everything, or did you have somebody right off the bat?
So when I started, I had a business partner in 2021. We split ways.
Okay.
So I bought him out. So we were 2 at that time. We hired 2 more people. So within a few months, we were 4 of us.
Great.
And then the ball started rolling, and people, saw what we were doing and how we handled the business, and our presence online, and more and more artists are kind of coming and inquiring about coming and work for us. So.
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome. So you got a nice team. Anybody that wants to go and work for themselves, start their own thing, their own shop, whatever it might be, it's super attractive to want to work for yourself.
Right.
Doing the thing you love to do. I assume you love tattooing. I assume that's the thing that gets you out of bed in the morning, right?
Yeah.
What about the other stuff that comes with that? So like the business side of things, the headaches, the headaches, the customers, the finances, the marketing, the everything else that you still have to do.
Right.
So you can get up every day and tattoo. Yeah. What do you think about that? What's your take on it?
Well, it's a lot, I mean, obviously nobody tell you how hard it is to run a business and run a business at this scale, right? If it's just you and a couple people, it's a lot more manageable, right? But running a business at this size is definitely difficult. Like, I won't say I won't recommend it to anybody, but the headaches are there, the stress is there for sure. And again, like you learn as you go, right? Sure, you can read books, and sure you can go on Google and YouTube and all that, but nobody really tells you how hard it is. Mm-hmm.
What do you think is one of the most difficult aspects of leaving somewhere and going to do your own thing?
I think it's it's scary, right? It's just leaving everything you have and leaving a steady paycheck to run this idea that you might think, you might think you're not good enough, or you might think that it's not gonna work, right? And I'm a little bit of a pessimist when it comes to that kind of stuff. I'm always cautious not to be too this is gonna be great, I feel like when you do that, you kind of oversee a lot of the stuff, a lot of the problems that might arise from it. So just be cautious, but be your own cheerleader, right? Like that's the main thing. Like that if you put the work, you're gonna make it happen.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting that you say you're more of the pessimist side. That's really interesting because that's not, you don't hear that too often. I guess you're more of just more reserved, kind of taking
I'm more
things.
I guess cautious is more the right word, right?
Yeah, which doesn't usually go with entrepreneur, right? Entrepreneur and cautious doesn't usually work too well. But I guess that's a good thing though, right? Because I feel like I'm way more of a risk taker than my wife, for example. I'm more of a calculated risk taker.
Right. I think you got to calculate every step you take.
Yeah.
Make sure that you don't mess up. That's the main thing. But I think that's going to happen. So
you shouldn't try to avoid screwing up, right? It's inevitable at some point, right? But I also feel like doing it on your own, on a small scale, lets you do things fast. It lets you move fast. You can change things. If something's not working in this way, you can quickly shift it to the way that you want. Whereas if you have multiple partners involved and a board of directors or people that a lot of people have influence over what happens, slows everything down. And I feel like you're able to be way more agile on your own.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, having the help of having older people, whether it's a partner or somebody that works for you, is definitely obviously helpful. But that's right. Like every decision, it needs to pass by multiple people just to get to the end result, and that takes time. You know, and everybody has a different opinion, and then you're like infighting, and you know, everybody has a different ways to do things, and you know, just do it on your own. I think is the best. If I go back to having a business partner, I probably wouldn't do this.
Really? Yeah, I hear that a lot too. When you first went and made the jump, were a lot of people doubting you or saying that you're nuts, or did you have people in your life that were like, why are you doing that?
No, it was just me.
Just you were saying
it's just me. It was just me. It's just on my head. No, everybody was stoked for me. I had a lot of friends and a lot of people told me like, yeah, just do it, right? So that was also assuring that I was doing the right thing. You know?
Gotcha. It's usually the other way around. It's usually people around you being like, you're a psychopath. Why are you leaving? You're going to leave a paycheck to go do your own thing. Why would you go do that? Yeah. Do you find that now, you know, you've been doing it on your own for so long. Do you find it hard to relate to people in the industry that aren't doing it on their own? Or is it such a community that you guys can kind of bounce off?
I think we all, you know, locally, most of us are pretty friendly. Yeah. You know, and I think like obviously, you know, social media have opened up. Like I have friends from everywhere, right? I have friends from Japan. I have friends from Australia, South America. You know, I just went to see some friends in Canada. So I mean, people are you know, everybody has their own story. Everybody has their own needs and responsibilities. So you know, I'm not knocking anybody down for not doing it on their own. I mean, I think having a steady place, a shop that really cares for their artists, that provides for them, it's great. And there's a lot of places that are not like that, you know, unfortunately.
Yeah, right, exactly. Again, how to differentiate in such a crowded market, right? When you originally left, did you have a really steady book of business already that it made the jump a little bit easier to kind of get rid of the paycheck and go into your own thing?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I was lucky enough that I worked for so long in the area that I had a steady clientele. Okay. You know, some clients were a little bit kind of turned off by the fact that I had like a little private studio, which now is kind of more of the norm. You know, back then it wasn't such a thing. But, you know, I mean, I still have clients that still come get tattooed now that have been tattooing for 20 years, you know, and those are the ones that, you know, like you take care of.
That's great. You know, that's good. So you have clients that have been there from day one, pretty much.
Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome. And I feel, again, like that's kind of like, I feel like that's what that community is like. Like it's a very loyal.
Yeah, for sure. Our clients are great. I mean, I've been tattooing clients that now their kids are coming to get tattooed.
Is that weird? Does that make you feel old? Like,
yes, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. The other day, one of my coworkers was tattooing son of a good client of mine. And I'm like, wait, are you this guy? Like, I met you when you were 5.
That's weird.
Now the guy's 20, you know? It's like, what the hell? Yeah.
That's bizarre.
Yeah.
It's my, like my kids, I just found out that my kids' gym teacher is somebody that I knew when they were like, this big. I'm like, no. I'm like, this is like, it feels weird, man. Like, it's definitely a weird feeling.
Well, we got in that age, right? Now I'm 45. I don't know how old are you, but we are in that age that we've seen like our friends or clients that we know that they had kids and now like they're like, oh, you that? I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. All right, so you have the shop. You've got 9 artists, so things are going pretty well for you. That's awesome. Yeah. Where did the tattoo convention come into play? So talk to me a little bit about that, because that's something interesting that I feel like.
The tattoo convention, we started the idea in 2018 when I had my business partner, and we did the first tattoo convention at the Civic Center in Poughkeepsie in 2019. That was a huge success. We were ready to repeat it in 2020, but unfortunately, we all know.
The world had other plans.
So it got canceled within I believe a week or two before the event. So obviously after that, everything was on pause for 2-3 years. And in 2023, I decided to bring it back on my own. Because the Civic Center had a change of, managers, owners. I don't know exactly how that deal was, but so there was new people running the place, and they offered to do it again, and I thought it was a good idea. I think like the area needs it, When I decided to do this, I always wanted to do to help the community and help the area. I involve a lot of the businesses around the Civic Center, around Poughkeepsie. So, I want to make the place better, right?
Yeah.
That's the idea. Like that venue is great. It has a huge history. It's amazing history. I don't know if you've ever been there.
Of course, yeah, absolutely.
You walk through the hall, and when you walk in, and it's just all this I guess newspapers. They did the wallpaper the whole way with all these cutouts of newspapers from the 70s.
That's awesome.
Crazy acts and musicians, and it's amazing.
Yeah, the names that have been through that building, right? It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool for being a local, local convention center, right?
For sure.
So is that when you started that? I mean, it sounds like you're a lot about community and bringing people together, right? I've again, not being a tattoo guy. What exactly happens at a tattoo convention, right? What exactly is this? Because I'm I think Comic-Con, card show, type of a thing. Or are people getting tattoos? What happens at a show?
I get that question a lot because obviously normal people don't know what it is.
Right.
So basically, So I bring over 200 tattoo artists from literally all over the world to Poughkeepsie, which to me is crazy. And people have their booth and their tattoo in there, so you can come in and walk up to an artist and talk to them and maybe get a tattoo. Sometimes the artist will have different pre-drawn designs. We also have tattoo contests throughout the weekend. We have a DJ, we have bands, we have local bands. So yes, it's a great weekend. So it's super fun.
That's awesome. Is that is that a big revenue generator for you? Is that
I'm doing okay.
Yeah. Okay. No, I'm just curious because events like that are so much more popular than they've ever been.
Yeah.
And
it's a lot of work. I
can't even imagine.
I do everything myself. So I basically, all the back end is me. I talk to the artists, I collect the money, post on Instagram. I do absolutely everything. Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Tattooers are weird.
Tell me, give me the weird.
Tattooers are weird. They don't really listen to anybody if you're not part of I don't know a tattoo artist. So I tried to have people, try to reach out to tattooers and whether it's invite them to the show or after they sign up for the show or collect the money, and it's impossible. So if it's me, they will pay attention.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I can understand that. If I'm in the community and I'm looking to get a ticket or something to a tattoo convention, and I'm looking at somebody that doesn't look like they kind of fit the part, I guess I could kind of understand that. But it sounds like you play a lot of things pretty close to the chest, in general.
Yeah.
Where do you think that comes from? That's
oh man, I don't know. I like to be in control, kind of thing. I like to know what's happening. I want to make sure that every decision that I make is the right decision. Obviously, I take a lot of pride in what I do. So I think that comes from that.
Yeah, of course.
I try to, I try to be present too. I feel like, you have to be there. I'm there the whole weekend. I'm there. Literally for me, that event is 5 days. The event is only 3 days, but I have to set up the day before, and break down the day after. And, I just want to be there, right? I think it's a presence, me as an organizer, and bring people from so far away, from Japan, Europe, you name it, right? And the organizing is not there, and things are just kind of running crazy. I think it doesn't look good, right? To me.
Yeah, I've talked to a lot of business owners at this point, even just in working and doing the show, and a lot of them kind of have that little sense of control freakness in them.
Yeah.
But have you? You have a team obviously that's working with you now, right? So how do you relinquish some of that control? And are you okay with leaving the shop and being okay, knowing that things are going to run?
So,
how do you get over that?
Yeah. So my daughter is my manager now. She's 19. She's freaking great. it's amazing, right? Like she's there all the time. Like she cares for the place. So she helps me a lot with the shop and the convention. And then, some family members helped me out last year. A lot of the people that work for me, helped me out through the show. And yeah, I mean, I try to, kind of pass it on. I was like, hey, you do this, but I'm still in control. But
even that, but it sounds like a lot of the people that you give that little bit of control to, they're super close to you.
Yeah.
Like it's not like, you're going really far out of your network to get the help.
Yeah, it's weird. It's hard to tell. It's hard to convey what you want people to do. And for me, it's just much easier. I just do it.
I love it. I love it. Yeah,
and I'm able to. So yeah,
that's great. Is there anything that you would want to tell somebody that was you maybe 11, 12 years ago that was about to take that jump? Any piece of advice? Any like last bit of things that you would say to them before they took that leap and did their own thing?
I think trust yourself. Right. Be honest to yourself. Don't do like I did, right? Don't doubt yourself. I think if you work hard, if you're really honest, whether it's, doesn't matter what kind of industry you are, if you really have the passion, things are going to go your way. That's it.
I love that. I love it, man. That's awesome.
Thanks.
You take care of your customers, they take care of you. And
right.
And yeah, you guys have built a hell of a community. It's pretty amazing.
Thank you.
I just feel like, I know you said like COVID kind of like really spiked the industry up, but I just feel like tattoos have not been as mainstream as they are now, like ever.
Yeah. For sure.
Why do you think that is? Like, where did that come from?
I think tattoo kind of started, the booming of tattooing started in 2005 with the TV shows.
Okay.
Right? That opened up the idea of a tattoo. It's not just, like my mom put it, for bikers and hookers. So, I have clients. I have one of my good clients, 82 years old. He started his back piece at 82. What? It's crazy. So I think like
that guy's got to be badass.
He's
got
awesome.
to be like
the industry changed a lot with the TV shows, and that kind of.
Which TV shows, by the way? Was it like the
Miami Ink?
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought you meant.
D one, I can't remember.
Okay, yep.
That show, and that opened up a lot. Like so, regular people were more interested in tattooing, right? And people hated it and people loved it. Yeah, but that changed the industry for sure.
Yeah, because I feel like it used to be pretty like divisive, right? Like you're either like all in or not, and I just feel like there's more people that are all in than not anymore. It's almost like strange to find somebody like me that doesn't have anything on them right at this point. Is that true? Like
absolutely, yeah.
I'm the weirdo.
You're my wife.
Like,
I'm the only two people I know.
Because Tommy's got one right there.
There you go.
But yeah, it's just it's so interesting to me because again, like I just never crossed my mind, right?
It's
like
they're not for everybody, and I think it's it has to call you, right? Like
right. It's a permanent thing. I think
a lot of people also get tattooed because their friends are getting tattooed, and like you kind of like knowing the group or whatever, I don't think. I mean, listen, it's fine if you want to get tattooed for peer pressure, but I think it has to call you, right? Whether it's something that means something to you or like a piece of art that you really love, it have to call you. That's it.
That's great. That's good, man. It keeps you busy though.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Like it sounds like you're cranking them out. That's awesome, man. Anything else you want to touch on before we wrap up? I
think we're good. Yeah.
How so if somebody wants to book you or to book one of your artists or learn more about you, where can they find you? And give us the rundown.
The HudsonValleyTattoo.com. That's our website. We have a little form in there, so you can request a consultation. Put your pictures, your ideas. We'll get back to you hopefully within a few minutes. So.
Oh, you're on it.
Oh yeah. That's very important. It's just like everything, right? So you need a plumber. You're gonna call 3 plumbers. Whoever answered the phone first, that's the person you're most likely gonna go with. So I'm very strict when it comes to especially with the front desk, just to be on it, right? Like people want answers right away. Like it's the society we're living on right now. It's like if I don't get an answer within 5 minutes, I'm going somewhere else. So,
gotcha.
Yeah.
I love it. That's a good way to be, man. It's good for business. Sounds like you got an awesome thing going on.
Thank you.
Wish you the best. So your convention's not until April.
April 10th through the 12th next year.
Gotcha. So we're talking 2026 now. So that's great. Good luck with that. Glad that that's back up and running for
hopefully
you.
See you there.
And maybe I'll be covered. Dude, maybe I'll be covered next time. You know, who knows? But thanks so much for coming on, man. This has been great. Good luck to you. And it was great meeting you. This is awesome.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Yeah.